Morning, YouTube. Try to get this done before it gets hot. We've had a heat index of above 100 all week. These batteries and alternator and this other stuff done, so I can try to crank this truck for the first time in over a year. Y'all seen the battery in the last video, alternator in the last video, but did not show y'all these. This is from eBay, Amazon, my bad. I'll leave a link to it. Double alternator, power plug to run 2 wires. See how well that is. It's like 16 bucks on Amazon. I'll leave a link to all my stuff in this video, the last couple videos. Got some GP audio terminals. Seeing how that battery's got the 6mm or 6mm M6 or M8 screws for studs. So I bought these because I had the ones that just clamped on last time from Sky High, which they won't work this time because it takes the little stud bolt. Uses these. It says do not use this battery unless you've charged it and it's above 12.7, I think. It's 12.7. 12.6, which I've already checked. This like 13.4, so it's good. Of course, you can see I got SMD terminals. Had them for a while, a couple years, for my fuses. Alright, this excess power 6500 D6500 is supposed to be a direct replacement for what I got in here. I tell you what, this battery ain't like hauling it around, moving it. It's just 65 pounds. Put this back in. Get the battery hold down. Well, I gotta go find Allen wrenches for this. But I can start them for now. So I don't lose the Allen bolts. I guess I'll get started on this alternator. Bought 2 new pulleys. Found out I don't need them. They might still go on anyway because mine are old. I thought I had to run pulleys along with my stock ones on the timing chain cover, but the ones on your timing chain cover come off and get mounted here. I thought it ran both, so I ended up having 4 pulleys. No, them on the timing chain cover come off and go on here. All you're doing is moving them up so the belt wrap is tighter. Instead of over here to the pulleys, come straight down. Come with bigger wire terminal, which I've already got that because I've had the big 3, big 4 ran for a couple years. They tested this alternator at idle. It put out 203 amps, 1800 RPMs. It was 413 amps. Alright, I had to go find bolts. Find my alternator bolts. So, this has different mounting compared to your normal stock alternator. Mounts at the bottom like normal, but you don't use this cross piece. It's got brackets that bolt to the back. To get rid of that cross bracket brace. It got to where my stock alternator, my lights were dimming really bad. Like I got LED bulbs in the headlights and they were dimming. Dash lights were dimming. Like I was having really bad electrical problems. So 410s at 1 ohm, 1000 watts amp. Don't seem like a lot, but I guess when you got a stock 130 amp alternator, stock battery, it don't help. Even with the big 3, big 4, it wasn't helping. Move these pulleys, your stock pulleys, up to here. They still sound good, so I may reuse them. Go get my $50 back. Well, I was wrong. This top bracket does get reused. It depends on the application, and I thought it was the other one. It depends on which thermostat housing. Supposedly there's multiple thermostat housings that have different heights to reuse. So this goes on the back of the alternator, and then this bolts to your factory bracket that goes over it. So let's get this on. See if I can get it on with the alternator on. without dropping the Allen head bolt. I don't know if I'm gonna paint this bracket black when I go pick up my coil springs. Like here, powder coat it. Some more color match, some more white. Tell you what, it's already hot out here. See what it is out here, because it's hot. '83. Says for like 89. Feels hotter than that. Humidity. It's that Tennessee humidity. 76% humidity right now. Welcome to Tennessee. Probably a little easier if I took the alternator back off, but you gotta take pulleys off. I feel like I might end up having to. Now, this will bolt like that. I'll probably end up powder coating it. Gotta go find bolts for this now. A little hot. All right, I got that drilled out. Still a hair small, but it's gonna work. Oh, and it takes a 102-inch belt. I've got a belt too. Bought a greenback. When I called to see if they had a belt number, they gave me a Daco, which was like 20 bucks on Amazon. Figured out what length it was and ordered a greenback. Alright. It's time to start hooking wires up. Alright, let me get back with y'all. Let me get my wires situated. Well, leaving my big 3 wires off, big 4. Technically it's a big 4. Because I'm gonna redo them. Let's see if I can get it on camera. There he goes. I don't know if you can hear that, but they sound a little crunchy on the inside. So I'm gonna redo them. I got enough. I bought a whole roll when I did these, so they're just gonna get redone. So leave the big 3 off for now. Alright, my camera went dead. Had to go charge it, but I don't know if it got it on video. I'm gonna leave my big 3 off and replace big 3, big 4 wires, because that's a truck get by, making noise. Them wires are a little crunchy. I've got a little more left over when I bought a 50-foot roll of this wire, so I'm gonna go on and replace it. Just means I'm gonna have to get a crimper and re-crimp these, get some more ends. So I'm gonna leave the big 3 off for now, hook everything up. If I can get my torque converter bolts bolted in, I might be able to crank it today, hopefully. So belts on, gates, greenback. Give you the part number in a second. There is the part number. This is an 05 F150. (102 inches). Well, that belt didn't fit. The belt they gave me, part number 4, was a Daco. Looked it up. It was a 102-inch belt. I cross-referenced it to the Gates greenback 102-inch belt. It's too short. It needs probably two more inches, maybe 3. But I don't need a belt to crank it, so see what else I can get done. Whenever I get an actual belt part number, I'll put it in the link in the description. Let's see what else we can get done. Putting torque converter bolts in. I bumped the starter over. 12.7 volts. Put the torque converter bolts in. I've got the crank sensor unplugged so I can spin the motor over and it not start. I can build some oil pressure before actually starting it. It's about the only thing keeping me from starting it. Well, I gotta loop the transmission lines together. If not, I'm gonna pump all the damn fluid out of it. Got cloudy. Camera ain't picking up. So let me get these bolts in, loop these lines together, prime the engine, see if I can get it started. Ain't got no antifreeze in it. I still gotta put the reservoir line hook up down on the block. Get the clamp to pop loose and clamp down. Put some fluid in it and let it run for a minute. I just want to see if it'll fire over. Get back with y'all in a minute. Alright, so I got transmission lines looped together. Got torque converter bolts in. I gotta put the intake on. Always something. There it is. Let me get it put on, get back with y'all. So I've got intake on, torque converter bolts in. I just primed it with the crank sensor unplugged. It's hot. I think I got everything hooked up. Let's plug the crank sensor up and see what happens. It acts like it ain't getting no gas. You hit it with some starter fluid and it'll try to crank off. Act like it wasn't getting gas. So I did some plugs and looking for checking plugs. I think I might have found it. Alright, so got it fired up. GoPro went dead, so after that put it on the charger. But my issue with why it would not start just kept turning over. You can see on this plug, on your third plug to the left, my tabs are broke off of it. It was plugged in, but with the tabs broke off, it could plug in either way. So that was plugged in backwards. That was the only issue. Wouldn't have had a problem cranking and running if that was plugged in right. It probably would have cranked right up. So got my belt, the right belt, third trip, well, second trip First belt come from Amazon. Second belt I went to O'Reilly's. Belt was too big. Went back, took it back after doing some Googling and searching. But this ended up being the belt that fit. As you can see, the little notch is halfway. It fits. It's pretty tight. Got a good belt wrap. Everything's hooked up. Now I'm trying to update my program for the programmer. When I plugged it back up, it showed only had an 87 and 89 tune, which should have been not on there. I've had 2 tunes on here. The last time it was running, I had a 93 tow and a 93 performance. Them were not in there. So I don't know if truck sitting for a year unplugged, no battery, had anything to do with that, losing the tune. But I'm gonna call Power Hungry tomorrow and see what's up with that. Hopefully I ain't got to get a new tune programmer from somewhere else, because Power Hungry don't mess with gas engines anymore. They're diesel only. So appreciate y'all watching. Got a lot farther today. Got it cranked. Getting somewhere. So I'm at over 200 subscribers. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe next time I can get a little more done in the video. Hopefully get it to move. So appreciate y'all.